pit stop check, I've got my snacks, and I'm ready to hit the road.
Join Joe as he chronicles his road trips through the cities, towns, highways, back roads, and various regions of the Lone Star State. This is Texas Chronicles with Joe Perez. My adventure takes me to Houston. I'm attending the largest Comicon in Texas. Welcome to Comicpalooza. Comicpalooza is a massive 4-day event that draws more than 40,000 people, and it's the largest Comicon in Texas.
Do you see what I see? Look at this contraption. It looks as though it's going to take our lives. Take her first. Go ahead. Have her.
Wait.
Sarah, put that down. You don't know where it's been.
Comicpalooza was first held July 19, 2008 in the lobby of the Alamo Drafthouse Theater in Katy, Texas. It wasn't a huge comic book convention we see today. It was a small signing event set to coincide with the release of The Dark Knight. Comicpalooza was conceived to connect local comic book creators to the media and the public. In 2009, it grew into a 2-day comic book festival set in a local mall. 2010 saw Comicpalooza reinvented yet again, this time hosted at the Georgia Brown Convention Center, celebrating not just comics, but also sci-fi and fantasy, horror, steampunk, new media, movies, film, and gaming of all types. Today, Comicpalooza is a massive 4-day event that draws more than 40,000 people, and it's the largest Comic-Con in Texas.
The most obvious big change is that now that Disney has bought Marvel and are making movies that are made by people who love comics and are faithful to the comics, they're making great movies, so it's bringing lots of new fans in. Tremendous numbers of new fans are coming into comics. So that's changing the way comics are priced and are sold. For those of us who love the art form, it's just unique in its way. It's like film, obviously, but you read it at your own pace. And you take it on your own level. And it's just wonderful, and it's great that the new people are coming in, because obviously it infuses the industry with money, and more people want to get involved in comics, and maybe more people will start pushing the envelope and doing more and interesting things with comics. Sure, it's the mainstream movies and superheroes that are bringing the new people in, but maybe once they get past that stuff and they get into the more esoteric and interesting comics, not to say that those aren't interesting, but the more comics that push the envelope, it's good for the industry in general, because more new people are coming in and doing comics, and new things will be done with comics in the future, hopefully.
There are 35 pages and 124 illustrations in the average comic book. A single issue can range from $1 to over $140 million. Every day in the US, 172,000 comics are sold, and in a year, over 62,780,000 are bought. The average comic book collector owns 3,312 comic books and will spend approximately 1 year of his life reading them.
So I think that her character looks really great. She's grungy, she looks crazy. It's true to the character, but like a new, updated version. I think they really picked a great actress to portray her. I wouldn't be able to think of a better actress, because she's really good with her New Jersey accent. So I think it's going to be great. It makes me feel really empowered. I can definitely be a character that's outside of myself. I can be crazy. I can get away with it. It's very empowering to feel that way.
I provide my voice for anime. There's a company here in town, and there's also a company in Dallas, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. One of the kind of neat things about being a voiceover artist is that you still can hold on to a slight bit of anonymity. Whereas, like, if you're in television and film and it's live action, then you have a lot of exposure. But there are times when you're trying to do just regular things, and I hear a lot of stories about that, how just wanting to go to the grocery store and not being stopped every 5 minutes to say you're Christopher Lloyd, and someone wants to, oh, do you know Michael J. Fox, or say stuff about Back to the Future, when they just want to kind of do their own thing. So I think there are pros and cons to both. I mean, you do obviously have a lot more exposure on television and film, but because of that exposure, you're kind of limited in what you can do day to day. My name is Andrew Love. You can see my work on Crunchyroll and Hulu and on Netflix. And if you want to see some of the characters that I've played, you can always go to behindthevoiceactors.com, do a search for Andrew Love, and that'll bring up all the characters that I've played with pictures of the characters and their name, and in some cases, little sound clips so you can hear. All right. Thanks for watching.
Some groups bring awareness to Comicpalooza.
So with Friends for Life, we're the only rescue here, so it really works in our favor. But there's over 30,000, people coming through, foot traffic, and I think with our cause, which is no kill, awareness and education is really a large part of it. And I think the more people that are aware that no kill even exists in Houston, the more support we can get. And that way we can find more volunteers, more donors, more adopters, more fosters, and that's how it really does help our shelter.
What's really unique about Comicon is that the people that attend here, if you look at the crowd and the diversity of the crowd, they're very much animal lovers. They love animals, they love diversity, they love things that are new and different, and that is what Friends for Life celebrates, all the different breeds, dogs and cats, diversity. No kill is part of diversity, celebrating diversity of animals and breeds, and that fits right in with the crowd that's here and the demographics that here, because that is what Comicpalooza does, is it celebrates diversity and fun and animals and creativity, and that's what we do too.
Comicpalooza is for all ages, and it's for everyone, no matter what you're into. If you're in Houston around Memorial Day, make sure you check out Comicpalooza.